What is up, guys? My name is Mark Centimore, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the RC vlog, guys. Today we are going to do an RC car review. It's always a great day to open up a new car, do a review. I'm super excited. I picked up a car from a company called Fury RC. I think it's called like the Exbonzai something. I'll look it up and show you guys. We're going to unbox it, open it up, drive it today. These one-off cars, I've been doing some reviews on some of the cars that aren't your traditional Armas, Traxxas, Losis, all the other techno stuff. We're doing some different ones because we're trying to get the entire, the entire realm of RC cars around here. So let's open this thing up. All right, here we go. Okay, so this car came from really far away, probably China, Hong Kong, or something. I only know that because it took forever to get here. And yes, it came in a Fisher-Price box. It's not a Fisher-Price car though. I'm trying to figure out where it came from. Can't tell. Let me pull it up. I'm gonna pop it up on the screen and show you the car I got and read the description and stuff like that. So here it is. It is the Exbonzai or Exbonzai RC Wildland pickup truck, 12 scale electric brush, 4-wheel drive, all-terrain crawler, 48 kilometers per hour off-road car. Good looking car. I like the body style. It looks pretty freaking cool. At least on this one. This one actually says it's 12 scale, so we're not going to expect to compare it to like a Rustler 4x4. In this case, it looks kind of like an Arma Outcast. Looks like an Arma Outcast. We won't compare it to any of those because this one says it's 12 scale. Unlike that other car we did from Amazon the other day, that DRC car, it said that it was 10 scale, but it definitely wasn't 10 scale. So, gotta try to not cut myself open here. Ooh, look! I got a Fury RC keychain. Very, very cool. Alright, here she is. Oh, I like the box. First off, the box. You gotta give props to boxes and box art and things like that. Small scale bonsai big adventure. Big adventures. Small scale big adventures. Very, very nice. It's like a gigantic boot box or something. See what else is in here. Nothing else in here. There is the box. Sorry, I keep looking at the camera because I want to make sure it's in the center there. There it is. Alright, now let's open her up. Oh man, it's exciting! Oh yeah, cool. I got the orange one. The orange one looks so cool. Alright, pulling it out. Ah, here she is. Definitely not a 10 scale, which is good because they don't advertise it at 10 scale. Shocks, very solid shocks. One thing that I liked in the description or in the pictures, the tires look beefy. These tires do look beefy. Good ground clearance. Cool little truck. Looks super cool. See what it looks like under the body, which the body looks really good. Wow! Look at this. Look at how compact everything is in there. It's very nice and clean. That does not look like a Lipo battery, which makes sense. This servo looks like a 10 scale servo. Very a solid standard 10 scale servo. This battery is lithium ion battery, so not a Lipo battery, which is good and bad. Good because it's a little bit easier to ship. Lipo batteries are hard to ship. It's very clean under the body though, the chassis and everything, the way it's laid out. It doesn't look like it copied anything, which is good. I'm trying to figure out where is the center drive shaft on this thing. Like I don't see the center. Obviously there's a center drive shaft, right? But I don't see it. No, I don't see it. I guess the center drive shaft is in here, but you don't see the center drive shaft exposed from the top, which is nice because a lot of times you can get things caught up in there. Looks very protected. 50 amp ESC brushed motor. It's not brushless. It looks good, guys. It looks good. Let's see let's see what it comes with because we're gonna need a charger and stuff. I'll put this out to the side like so. Good looking car though. Wow, good looking car. Wait, it said it had lights. Okay, wait a second. All right, the remote, small scale bonsai, big adventures. There you go. Standard remote. It's got a steering trim, throttle trim, on and off bind button, 2.4 radio. It said on the description, it said fast, similar to Futaba, which is a little concerning. There's the charger. Oh, here's the lights. So the lights are here. It comes with lights here. We'll put the lights on. Looks like they plug right in here to the ESC. A very easy place to plug into the ESC. Very, very nice. And then the USB charger and a manual. So that's what's in the box. Nothing else in the box. let's open up this charger. We got to get this battery charging. All right, so on the USB charger, there's a red light and a green light. When it looks like the battery's not plugged in, it's just plugged in a charger. It's just red light. When it's charging, it's blinking green. A couple of things to note. I was told that this radio isn't actually the one that's going to be in production. So the radio, if you decide to pick one of these cards up, I'll put a link in the description below, may differ from this radio, which it did look different than the one that was in the picture. The one that in the picture actually looked like it had more options. Let me check it real quick. It did. It looked like it had more buttons and stuff, so who knows? If it works, that's all that matters to me. All right. So, first impressions. First off, definitely not 10 scale. We know that. It's advertised at 12 scale. Also, again, very compact, very clean on the chassis. In regards to the drive shafts, these drive shafts do seem metal, which is really nice. It's really nice to have metal drive shafts right out of the box. It does have shocks. Looks like they might be oil filled, but again, super light on the shocks. I don't know. It's almost like there's no oil in there. Looking at under the chassis, very, very clean. Nothing sticking out to catch anything. The arms are solid across the bottom, which is something we've been seeing a lot of car manufacturers do. I guess it improves the rigidity of the arms. Tires, very solid tires. Let's see if they're glued. They are not glued, so just by them not being glued makes me assume that it's not going to be like a blistering fast car that's going to blow tires off. I don't feel any foams in the tire either. They're just rubber on plastic. It's got a wheelie bar. That's a good sign. That means it's got to be strong enough to pull wheelies, and it's got rollers on the wheelie bar. Also got a nice wing, very solid wing. Wow, that wing is really solid. Like, you could definitely flip it over. Definitely seems like a very solid car. Very impressed with the servo. Again, I said it earlier. Standard size servo. Very nice on a 12 scale car. Steering components. Servo saver seems a little soft. Very soft, actually. Looks like you can tighten it down. Oh, yeah, you can tighten down the servo saver, which is nice. I just tightened it down with this little screw thing on top. It's a brush motor, but honestly, a 550 can, a good 12-turn brush motor. I don't know if it's 12-turn, but a good brush motor, they're fast. Like Titan 12-turn, that's a fast motor. The battery options, the fact that it's lithium-ion, it's almost like it's not very standard. That's not a standard battery you'd run. Maybe it's something easy that you can find. I'm sure ProTech probably has them. You could probably buy just extra ones, but it's not a standard size or a standard type of battery. 1800 milliamps, my guess, it's gonna last maybe 15 minutes. But I was wrong about the other Amazon car we did, so I could be totally wrong. Body, aesthetically, very pleasing. Looks really cool. I like this truck look body. Like the body looks like a truck. Even like on the Outcast. I like the way the Outcast looks. Hold on, get this body. Oh, there you go. Looks super cool. Very, very cool. We're going to put the lights on because I feel like we got to put lights on, right? But very clean. Clean body. Looks good. Looks very well put together. Excited for this battery to get on charging so we can drive this thing. Whew, this is gonna be fun. All right, so the verdict is in. We drove this thing, and here's my thoughts. So first off, it is a fun car. It's fun. Like, it drifts really, really well. It does donuts. It's not blistering fast, but it's fast enough where you could definitely get a lot of enjoyment out of it. Initially, when I plugged the battery in and gave it throttle, I thought for sure it was gonna have pretty good power because it felt like it had a lot of torque. However, whenever I got it on the ground, it was fast, but nothing where it felt like you had a crap ton of torque, like where it was a crazy amount, like what you're used to whenever you grab one of the other like higher end hobby grade cars. It handled the bumps really well, and it also passed my newbie test. My newbie test being you just pull full throttle and you can just steer. You can do that just fine, and it controls it really, really well. I didn't flip it over one time. Very controllable off-road, soaks up the bumps really, really well. Jumps off the curb just fine. Everything is fine, and like for like a normal person that's never driven RC will be impressed with this car, just taking it and ripping it. It's definitely a hobby grade, fun car. So now my complaints. First off, the biggest thing is the battery. It didn't last very long. I got maybe 5 minutes of runtime, and then it kind of died off. Now, with that said, the battery didn't change. Like it looked like it was still charging, but it was charging for over an hour. Like, I would expect it to be almost done, especially if it's a USB charger. And like, any other normal USB charger that is going to charge a battery that size will charge in about an hour. So maybe it just wasn't fully charged all the way. Usually out of the box, you expect it to be at the very least halfway charged, usually 70% charged. And then to get it going, it's another 15-20 minutes of charging. Again, it charged for about an hour and 20 minutes. And I got 5 minutes of runtime. Now, it was fun runtime. It was crazy fun runtime. And also, I'm not very familiar with lithium-ion batteries, but it did cut off. So basically, it was moving, then it cut off. Whereas like a nickel metal hydride battery just starts to slow down gradually. Again, I'm not really well versed in them. I don't know if that's normal, but the runtime, it wasn't all there. Also, these wheelie bars, they're kind of an illusion. I tried to reverse and give it throttle, tried to reverse and give it throttle. I couldn't get it to pull the wheels off the ground. It would peel out, so maybe it just didn't have enough traction. I could see maybe if you had a crazy amount of traction, it will pull the wheels off the ground, but I didn't sense that. The other thing is, as soon as I took it out to make sure it was on, I noticed the steering servo is crazy slow. Now, with that said, you don't really notice it when you're driving it. A lot of people have a tendency to want to go for like these super fast servos. You don't really need super fast servos on your car for it to drive really, really well. So I think it's sufficient. However, it is crazy slow, and it's probably the reason why it passed my newbie test of being able to just grip it and turn. But other than that, the car is fun. It looks really cool. Like, we had the other DRC car out there. They're almost exactly the same speed. Like, even when we were racing, we were basically side by side. That DRC car is brushless. This is a brush. Again, you can get a lot of power out of a brush car. It was a lot of fun. Me and Ethan were smiles from ear to ear while we were driving both of them. So we switched for a while. We had a lot of fun out there. So that, in that regards, it's a success. Still a cool car. You should definitely check it out. It looks super cool. We didn't break anything. I did hit the curb pretty hard a couple of times. And no breakage. I even flipped over. We collided at high speeds, and I flipped over. No breakage. So, overall, I like it. I'll put a link in the description below. I think I have a coupon code also where you save a little bit of money if you purchase it using the coupon code. So, yeah. Fun little car. Well, I hope you liked this video, guys. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell, and you guys will see me next time. Later, guys.